Hi, my name's Leona from Supraconscious Soul, and this is your Divine Feminine reading for mid-October to mid-November, okay? Or whenever you see it, because energy is fluid, time is irrelevant. So, I've already pulled some oracle cards to save some time. Now, what I will say is that when I was shuffling, I pulled out well, I didn't pull it out, it flew out of the deck, the Six of Cups in reverse. And based on the oracle cards that we have here, I might be a little kind of, what's the word? I may not do a Divine Masculine reading this month. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because a lot of the cards here are, I feel like the Divine Masculine needs to know what he needs to do. He's going through a process. So a lot of them are going through this process where they need to grow up, or they need to, stop being kind of babyish. There's a real kind of babyish kind of energy right now. And also, I feel like the Divine Feminine's reading is very self-focused. There's a need for the Divine Feminine to pull back her energy, to self-focus her energy, to work on herself, to fill her cup, so to speak. And I feel like as she does that, she's needing to self-focus, she's needing to do what she needs to do. And as she does that, it's going to take the attention off the Divine Masculine. Now, the attention isn't going to be off the Divine Masculine if I put up a Divine Masculine reading and everyone runs to the Divine Masculine. I feel like we need to kind of step back and release attachment, yeah? So, let's focus on the Divine Feminine. I'm just going to finish pulling these cards. Okay. Yep. Just like I thought. Yes. Right, so underneath the deck we have the Ten of Wands. Divine Feminine needs to release some of these burdens. She needs to release some of these things that she is carrying. She needs to self-focus and just drop all of those wands, or find a way to carry those wands in a much healthier way. So make them into some kind of pulley or some kind of truck, for example, so that you can pull more at a time. It's needing to release to find a better way to do something, yeah? It's also needing to release all of those things that we've been carrying, other people's opinion, other people's judgments. This is also saying that there's been quite a lot of interference. There's things coming from all angles and not knowing which one to focus on, yeah? So the Divine Feminine needs to let go of some of those things this month and self-focus, yeah? Now, as we come into the reading, we have the Six of Pentacles, and we're getting a very strong vibe of meditation here. This is about going within yourself, meditating, but it's also about finding a balance between the masculine and feminine. And I think this month we're needing to find that balance, and in some way, the way to find that balance is to just let go, to not focus on the Divine Masculine for a month. Let's, all of us Divine Feminines, just not focus on the Divine Masculine for a month. And that doesn't mean if you're in a relationship with your Divine Masculine that you shouldn't, you should wreck that. And I'm not saying that. For the ones that are in relationships, I feel like there's a lull. Their Divine Masculine may be in a lull, and they may feel like, oh, everything's so quiet. Why is everything so quiet? But it's okay. So for those Divine Feminines that are with their Divine Masculines, yes, that's okay. There's just a lull in the relationship, and it will get more. It's just to find, there's a rebalancing going on. There's a reprogramming going on, yeah? It's finding the right energy levels of give and take between the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. And what I tend to see as well on YouTube is that a lot of the Divine Feminines will be quicker to read the Divine Masculine reading, as opposed to reading the Divine Feminine reading or watching the Divine Feminine reading. So we have Temperance cards. So we have balance here, yeah. Now this is very yin and yang energy. We have a masculine and a feminine energy here, and we're trying to find the balance between that, yeah. This is about empowering ourselves. This is about finding peace, healing, yeah. It's also about things happening in divine timing. Yeah. So no matter how much we worry about something, no matter how much we're goal orientated or trying to focus on something, when the timing is right, the timing is right. So we're coming from that Temperance card to the World card now. So there's a completion. I feel like for some of the divine masculines, yeah, there is a lot of karmic cycles that are clearing up for them, yeah. This is also talking about getting to a place of alignment, a place where you can be vulnerable but also have your boundaries as well. This is also saying that you need to have this kind of light within here. Yeah, there's an ending of a cycle. Maybe it's an ending of a cycle where we're chasing to find out what the divine masculine is feeling. Yeah, maybe it's an end of a cycle that has been very karmic. Maybe we're putting to bed relationships that used to be very heavy, used to be very karmic, used to have a lot of implications and chaos attached to them. Yeah, but now we're trying to find the peace within that chaos. Yeah, and it may mean totally detaching, totally pulling back here. Yeah, and I feel like as we're pulling back our energy, we have the Four of Swords here. This is a card about saying that when you get to a place of peace, when you get to a state of mind of peace, such as during sleep, yeah, we can have messages and communications that come into us. So if you do get those communications and those messages, yes, act on those messages, because they're from your angelic realm. They're telling you, they're trying to pass you messages. But for a lot of us, we need to get to that inner state of peace before we can get to those messages. Yeah, before those messages are able to come in to us. Because if we're constantly in this place of anxiety, and worrying all about the things that have happened to us previously, that's what we're going to manifest, yeah? Now, we need to let go of some of them swords. So the swords here, this is about focusing on one sword at a time. If we meditate, if we do this right, if we self-focus on one thing at a time, so like before you go to bed, you can say to your angels, look, I'm handing this over to the angels, yeah? I'm going to hand you this problem, X, Y, and Z, and explain it to them, yeah? Then during the night, you may get messages that help you to move that forward. So rather than focusing on all of these 9 swords at once, yeah, this is like trying to meditate when you're trying to think of, meditate to 9 different meditation musics at the same time. This is just finding that one place of peace, yeah? Because otherwise we end up with the 10 of Swords, which is complete lunacy. Yeah, it's mental breakdown. Yeah. So we're needing to find that peace this month, Divine Feminine. Yeah. This is also the Princess of Swords. Can be about the Spy card. It can be about communicating our truth when necessary. Yeah. It can be like when we may feel like as we sever ties that, or maybe they're not going to come back if I sever ties. Maybe that will be the end if I do this. Yeah. But I feel like self-worth has a lot to do with this reading. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. This is about somebody who's very balanced, very beautiful, very doesn't need any other energy to complete themselves. It's finding that inner balance of peace within us, yeah? We also have that's distracting us. What was helping us, sorry, with the Nine of Pentacles. So it's asking for help when we need it. But really being quite grounded, being quite stable. Also having this wall of protection, because the Nine of Pentacles often has this wall of protection around a walled garden. Here we have the Judgment card. So somebody may want to come back. Yeah, they may want to, after a time or a period of conflict, they may be trying to come back now, and you may be worried about this judgment or this decision. Do I make this decision? How can I move forward with this? Yeah, but we're needing to move forward with value. We're needing to get grounded. We're needing to get stable. Yeah, with the Queen of Pentacles. It could be that we're going in a new direction when it comes to work as well. Yeah, because we do have cards like the Journey here for the Seven of Roses. This talks about a journey. It talks about maybe we're relocating, maybe we're moving, maybe we're going in a new direction at work. But most of all, we're leaving behind what is safe here. Yeah, the way we've always done things. Yeah, another reason why I was saying that maybe we don't... I don't want to do a Divine Masculine this reading this month is as well because we got Up in the Air, which talks about the unknowable. It's saying that certain events haven't happened yet. Yeah, so we're needing to kind of trust in the divine. Yeah, we're needing to kind of trust in this divine timing here. Yeah, 11:11 just popped up. So, up in the air, there's events that are unknowable. And sometimes these events have to remain unknowable. It's almost like we've thrown up the dice and it hasn't landed yet, so we don't know what it's going to land on. And so the Divine Masculine hasn't faced certain consequences yet. It hasn't, maybe he's still playing out certain karmic cycles. Certain events haven't happened yet, so we can't give you... There's so many unknowables, yeah, so it takes away, oh, well, this is going to happen or that's going to happen, yeah. We also got the Buddha Prepares, which talks about meditation, stepping into your power, yeah, and it also talks about don't be in a hurry. The Temperance card is still, yeah, as again about patience, yeah. We also have Woman in holding a coin, which echoes this Queen of Pentacles here. Yeah, they are the same energy. Maybe you guys are feeling financially restricted this month. Yeah, maybe there's some financial restrictions. Maybe you need to get some financial advice, or you need to look about some kind of financial advice. It could also be about love, money, or health. So you're needing to look at all of those aspects. But with the Queen of Pentacles, it's also looking at value. How much do you value yourself? Yeah. Do you value your health? Do you know that health is wealth? Yeah. And it's like, it's also making sure that you know to protect your energy against others this month. Don't allow them to influence your energy this month. Don't allow their negative energy to influence you. So in terms of love, yet again, we're being told to trust. We have this situation is calling for you to have faith. And we are being called to have faith because everything hasn't happened yet. There's certain events that need to happen. And maybe in the meantime, what we need to do is chop wood and carry water, so to speak. This is about meditating on your daily aspects of life. It's about meditating while you're doing the washing up or... cleaning. It's about taking your attention off the goal, detaching yourself, yeah, being in a state of receptivity, yeah, as opposed to trying to make things happen. Allow things to happen the way they need to happen, yeah. How did you survive before the Divine Masculine came along? How can you be present with the circumstances that you have to hand right now? Because I feel like here we have as well the Two of Scrolls, which is talking about two worlds, yeah? And it's saying that we're kind of conflicted between what spirit wants of us and what the material world wants of us, what our everyday tasks are. So do we ignore the call from spirit, or do we ignore the daily tasks? And the chop wood carry water is saying that we kind of integrate both of those tasks. It's 42, so in numerology it is talking about balance, yeah, harmony, bringing ourselves back into harmony with what it is that we want. Now, we also have the soulmate card. I feel like for a lot of divine feminines, they're going to go on this soulmate journey. I feel like they may cut off from this divine masculine journey. And I feel like for some of them, they may literally cut off from a divine masculine. It could be with the Four of Swords as well. We have prison here and the Nine of Ten of Swords. We've got a lot of bars there. Yeah. And I feel like if somebody has been taken away in that sense, there is an element of protection around that. But I feel like a lot of people are coming off of this journey and they're going more into the soulmate. Yeah, and I feel like the next person that comes along is going to be a soulmate, which is going to be completely different energy from the divine masculine energy, this runner chaser energy. This is going to be more of a simpler type of love, but one that can last a lot longer. Yeah, one that doesn't involve so much toing and froing. So I feel like maybe a few of you decide to give up on that journey because maybe it's been one sword in the back too much. This is like, no, I need to start something new, a whole brand new journey. Now, we also got the card of gratitude. So in terms of gratitude, it's talking about being thankful for our bodies, for our health, because we do have a lot of health cards here. Yeah. And they're all connected. Health, wealth, value, abundance. It's all connected. The more we're grateful for, the more that will be produced in our lives. So even just this, like being thankful for that penny that you pick up on the floor, and the next day it's 20 pence, and the next day you might find a pound or a fiver. But it's that kind of rolling energy. We need to be more grateful for the things that are around us, the things that we want to grow, so to speak. It's almost like watering plants. What we're grateful for will manifest. Now, the body card is talking about if there's any warnings in your body, go get your health checked right now, divine feminine. Yeah. We're also needing to play a lot more because we got the inner child card. Yeah. And it's saying that we're needing to look at our dream worlds. We're needing to look at our fantasies. Yeah. We're needing to look at imagination, playtime. And now, it feels like for a lot of us, if we're not nurturing our inner child, it can lead to some kind of mood or depression. So you're being asked to not go into hermit mode and just kind of sit at home and worry about all the things that are happening. You're being asked to find the abundance in life again. What did you do before the divine masculine was here? Yeah. What stirs your soul, because we also have focus your mind on what you really want. We are helping. Yeah. So but I feel like that's in terms of creativity, that's in terms of new directions. They're saying they're helping you, whatever new direction you want to move into, they're helping you to get through that. Now we have 3 more cards here. We have the Pillar of Light, which is talking about our connection between heaven and earth. Yeah, it's talking about our connection between the subconscious and the material world. Now, it's saying that we need to be that pillar of light. It's almost like we're getting activation codes right now, and we're needing to be that pillar of light so that not only can we raise the vibration for everybody, yeah, but it's also about finding that connection again, finding our connection to source, the universe, God again. Yeah, but it's also saying with this card, the wisdom is within you. You are the oracle. It's not a time to seek outside of yourself at this time. It's very much a time of contemplation, unless you're seeking fun, that is. And that's also about being that pillar of light, because we also have don't dim to fit in. How you're dimming your light in order to fit in. So it's about being that pillar of light, even if it makes other people uncomfortable. It's about changing our energy, uplifting the energy, reminding the divine masculine why they was attracted to us in the first place. It's about raising the vibration, yeah. Not allowing ourselves to be small in the presence of others. Do what you love right now, divine feminine, and don't worry about how that's going to affect the relationship in the meantime, because it's almost like saying they've got our backs. Yeah, they've got our backs. It's like we're so worried with this Two of Scrolls, like we don't know whether to balance between the spiritual, the material. We're like, do we do this, do we do that? But they're saying that there's a lot that is unknowable. Yeah, just have gratitude. Yeah, and self-focus at this time, because there's a lot of cycles that are wrapping up. There's a lot of karmic energy that's coming to a close. So I really do hope this has helped. I hope I haven't offended any divine masculines out there, but I feel like the divine feminine really needs to self-focus right now, and the divine masculine needs to know what it is that he wants to do before he can come forward. Yeah. So I really do hope this has helped. Take care, stay blessed. If you'd like a personal reading from me, all the information is in the box below. leonanie@live.co.uk. Send me an email there. Website's coming up by the end of this week. And take care, stay blessed. Bye bye.